Hello, Knox Church. Welcome to worship for Sunday, July the 5th. Happy 4th of July weekend to you. We hope that you're enjoying the weekend to the best that you can and staying safe, and we're glad that you're with us for worship. We're especially mindful and prayerful for all of those of you who have served our country in the military and for people who are serving our country in these days in any kind of public service during these trying times. We are grateful for your help. As we gather in worship today, I'm standing here out in front of the church. It's Thursday afternoon in the middle of the day when I'm taping this, and it is just boiling out here. But I wanted to stand out here for a few minutes so that you could take a look at the prayer tree that we put up last Sunday. Lots of friends and neighbors and so many of you have come by and added ribbons to the prayer tree, mindful of these times we are living in where people are lamenting and making signs of solidarity with those who are struggling against racial injustice and who are impacted by COVID-19. This has been a great testimony to the love of our community here at Knox and the love that we have for our neighborhood, and we're glad that people continue to come by and take advantage of this opportunity for prayer. We hope you will do so as well. Today is a Communion Sunday, moving on with our announcements, and so if you haven't already done so, I invite you to find something in your home, common to your home, that you can eat and drink with us when we come to that point in the service and celebrate the Lord's Supper together. An important announcement about last week's worship. If you happened to be away from the church virtually last week and missed our worship, I hope that you will go back and listen to last week's sermon. It included an important announcement about racial injustice, systemic racism in the history of the Knox congregation. We did some truth-telling about an important event in our history, and we invited all of you to join discussion groups about that particular story and to talk about what we can do as a congregation together in the days ahead to fight for racial justice. We hope that as many as you as possibly can will listen to that sermon and join us for the discussion groups. In addition, you can come over and participate in this prayer tree to lift to God in prayers the things that are on your mind in response to that story that we have told. This is an interesting time for 4th of July. These are difficult days in and around our country. And in that vein, I thought that we might start worship this week with a quotation that I came across in the last couple of weeks. This is former President Barack Obama, who spoke at the 50th anniversary of the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. And this is what he had to say about America back in 2015. What greater expression of faith in the American experiment than this? What greater form of patriotism is there than the belief that America is not yet finished? That we are strong enough to be self-critical, that each successive generation can look upon our imperfections and decide that it is in our power to remake this nation to more closely align with our highest ideals. It's the idea held by generations of citizens who believed that America is a constant work in progress, who believed that loving this country requires more than singing its praises or avoiding uncomfortable truths. It requires the occasional disruption, the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America. With those words to you on this 4th of July weekend, I wish you again a safe and happy holiday. I'm glad that you're with us for worship today. Let us worship God.